factory, where fun is made.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Game Shed with me, Jamie. Today, starting a brand new series. This is The First 15. The First 15 is quite simply the first 15 minutes of a video game. That's right, quite a simple operation. Now today, the first episode, I'll be looking at a very random game I've just recently picked up, and here's the intro. You might recognise these characters already. This is Biker Mice from Mars, and the platform is the PS2. This is a game I picked up randomly on eBay for £1, and I thought, I can't really throw, I can't let this one go for £1, considering all that nostalgic value. So, I have previously played another Biker Mice from Mars video game, that being on the Super Nintendo, and that was a racing game. So I thought, at least if I buy this, obviously on eBay it doesn't give you all the bits and pieces. It was a last minute auction. I didn't have time to do my research online to see exactly what kind of game this was. I just purchased the game quickly in the last minute and thought, right, I'll see what I get. Hopefully it's a multiplayer racing game, and then we can obviously have a good time battling it out on the game. But no, it turns out this is an adventure game for one player. So what better way to show you guys what it's all about than just to give you a spin through the first 15 minutes, and you can make your mind up for yourself to see if you want to buy it, see if it's a worthy addition to any given games collection. Now, us guys at the Game Shed, we have got a massive PlayStation 2 collection. Yes, very, very big indeed. And it is all PAL region games we have got for the PlayStation 2, and I believe in total there are over 3,500 PlayStation 2 games. Now we're no way near that. We've probably got maybe 10% of the games. It's a very large collection indeed. If you head on over to Instagram and search The Games Shed, you can see some of the photographs of the collection. So I'm just starting up a brand new game of Biker Mice here. Some lovely, lovely cutscenes in this. That's one of my favourite factors of this game, made by the Game Factory. There's a number of classy PS2 games by the Game Factory that I've come across. So there's 3 mice. There's Throttle, Vinnie and Modo, who you can choose between. So I've picked Throttle, who is an all-rounder. And he's a pretty cool dude, to be fair. So here's one of the cutscenes.
You know, nobody's made contact with General Stoker for over
General Stoker, we've got to find him.
Just laying low, working on a new regenerator.
So, what can I tell you about this game as I get ready for the first mission? I can tell you the back of the box states 15 different levels. This is the key features. There's 3 playable characters, 2 exciting game modes, more than 35 possible upgrades. Now the 2 exciting game modes are within this one player game. The first game mode is your biking, and you're about to see that now with a sort of tutorial level. And the second game mode is your third person fighting mode. Yes, both are quite simplistic in terms of PlayStation 2 ability. Now, if you consider games that were coming out around this time, the likes of GTA 3 and whatnot, with the sort of open world sandbox experience, and then you've got this is a very, very linear game. However, I will not take anything away from it. It's very stylish to look at. It's very nice, cartoony graphics. If you're a fan of the Biker Mice, I definitely recommend it. And as I said, it's an odd title. You don't see this title pop up all the time, and it's a lovely addition to anyone's collection. So at the moment, I'm just being given hints and tips of how to ride my bike. Each of the bikes feature different handling. Modo, for example, has Oh, look at that stunt. Modo has a 3-wheel bike. But you probably know that because you've watched the cartoons, haven't you? Me, not so much. I'm a little bit too old. It's my last cartoon fixation was probably the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. That's right, the Hero Turtles. If you're from Britain, you'll know about the Hero Turtles as opposed to the Ninja Turtles, because we weren't allowed to use the word ninja because it was violent, apparently. So yeah, that was probably my last generation of cartoon, and didn't really get into Biker Mice. Other cartoons, Brave Star, remember him? And Visionaries, Mysterious Cities of Gold, all sorts of crazy mental cartoons. So I'm picking up these red blobs. These red blobs are turbo, so I should probably talk you through some of the features in this driving mode. So what have we got? On the controller, your X button controls your acceleration, your square is brake, R2 is the booster that you can see here, and if you pop a wheelie, so press back and then press boost, you jump. Not like that, that was a bit poo. You have a special ability. You can see your special ability bar on the bottom left of the top. It's a blue lightning bar, and that will transform your bike into a armoured and unarmoured vehicle. It's very nice as well. So we've got to, you don't have to destroy all of these bad guys, you just have to make it to the end alive. So there's no real challenge, if you like. So I've just picked up a homing missile. So on with the other moves. So your primary fire weapon is your R1, which is a bit of a crap machine gun. Your secondary weapon is L1, and that's the missiles you can see here. And that is about it. If you want to switch your secondary target, press the R3 button. If you want to fire your rear weapon, which are mines and smoke, you press L2. And oh sorry, the special ability is something else. It's when you have filled your adrenaline, press a special ability and you will change somehow. But your bike's mega ability is called a mega bike, and you press triangle, and that's also when your adrenaline is filled, you can transform your bike. So that is the end of that mission, quite simple. And that is the first of many driving games. There's loads and loads of these driving games, and they're all pretty much the same. It's very repetitive. Each level looks similar, it plays very similar, has the same bad guys, same power-ups to a degree. The only variety really comes from picking a different character, and that's literally about it. So loading time's quite slow on this game as well, as you can see here. So I'm going to pick a different mouse this time. Let's pick Modo, I think. Let me read you some of these stats on the different characters' abilities. So Throttle is apparently a well-balanced character. He doesn't excel in any particular area, but he is sure to come out on top in most situations due to his well-rounded nature. His special ability is he uses his nuke nux to produce a radiating blast. All enemies around Throttle will take damage. Vinnie, the black and white cheeky sod there, talking with his mouth full, is fast and agile, allowing him to outrun enemies and easily dodge enemy fire. On the downside, he's a little delicate, having a low vitality. His special ability is he hurls an energy disc at a single enemy, causing heavy damage. Now Modo, he's the more rational of the mice, is one big mouse apparently. He is slow and his bike doesn't handle as well as his bros, but he more than makes up for it with sheer durability. Modo can sustain a massive amount of damage before being knocked out of the action. His special ability is a bionic shield. Modo uses his bionic arm to produce an energy shield around his bike for a brief period of time. Modo takes only a fraction of normal damage from enemy attacks. So very useful when you're coming under heavy fire like I am. As you can see, on this second stage, more of the same. Quite repetitive. For a pound, are you going to complain? I don't actually know what these coins do. You keep on collecting them, they don't seem to add any value. I've played quite a bit of this game, can't see any value adding in these coins at all. Apart from, I suppose, if you're a completionist. And the enemy here are laying down mines. I'll get some mines in a bit as well. If you look at the screen, my primary fire, the missiles, are denoted on the top right hand corner of the screen. I've got 3 left. There's the homing missiles, changed. I've got 3 homing missiles. Bang, there you go. I've got 3 lives as well with Modo on the top left. Did I say top left before? I meant top right with my my weapons. So off I go, and now some armoured cars. Now I'm going to try and speed past this, take a cheeky little different route to avoid him. And now I've got some mines, and you can see the mines on the top right, on the lower section there. I've got 10 mines. I'm going to try and speed past him. Oh no, I've got some missiles, so let's just try and shoot him off the road. There's ramps, as you can see here, which I've clearly missed, which will elevate you to better weapons and stars. You can collect stars. There's secret stars in each level, and they are a pain to get hold of. So again, if you're a completionist, you might enjoy the challenge of getting those stars. And that thunderbolt there was for my special ability, my adrenaline. Now, one bad thing about this, well, a bad thing about this is the help. The woman who comes over your intercom to help you is always a little bit delayed. So look, she's just come in. I'm right next to the exit.
My sensors indicate you are near the warehouse.
Alright, thanks.
now.
I could have actually hit that target before you told me about it, so I did a little 360 there just so it could be fit in. So I'm about to jump into the fighting third person mode, the brawl mode as they call it. There are a couple of buttons. There's fast attack with X, and the strong attack, which can also be held for a charge attack, which is the square. You also have your special ability if your adrenaline is up, and that's the circle button. And you've got a block with the L1. It's very slow, very samey, nothing too special. They say there's combos. It's just really just you hammering the strong attack and the fast attack in random orders. It doesn't do anything particularly special. What other weapons can you get on the bike? You can get dumbfire missiles, which you've seen, homing missiles, area missiles, which are homing missiles that will cause a large explosion upon impact, swarm missiles, which fire a barrage of missiles, Destructo Ray, which fires a continuous beam of powerful energy at a single target, Zap Ray, which fires an instant beam of energy at a single target, inflicting massive damage, and a nuke bomb. Mini nuke will produce a devastating nuclear blast, annihilating all enemies in a large area. Rear weapons, mines, homing mines, oil slicks, smoke screens, and caltrops. Caltrops are razor-like shards of metal that can be dropped, which slash the tyres of your enemy. That's pretty much it. There's extra lives that can be picked up. There's energy shields, hyperfire, boosts, and brass knuckles can be picked up in this mode, which obviously make your punches stronger. As I said, not the best game. I'd probably give it maybe a 4 out of 10, but it's not the worst either. It's one for the nostalgic amongst you, for the Biker Mice fans. I'd say, if anything, if you want a Biker Mice game that's decent, go and grab a copy of the SNES game. So that's pretty much all I've got to say. That's the first 15. So, thanks for watching, and until the next time, see you later.